big fluff. We're fluffy today. It's all good. Hey you guys, it's been more than a week, which isn't ideal for these update things, but anyways, what I want to talk to y'all about today is what I've been doing for the past week, so let's get to it. The first few things I've been doing that I feel like I should point out that I've been doing, and this has been happening for like a long time, like this has been happening since the beginning of the process of considering making a comic book, and that's been research and note-taking, which includes sketches too. And just recently this week I've been doing script writing, but let's talk about research and note-taking. Mainly my research is very sporadic. I don't have a specific topic I'm going off of, so it's basically just me grabbing at a bunch of things randomly and being like, we've made you a smoothie of crap. Please enjoy it. But I've been working harder on it. I've been trying to actually look up stuff. So recently I walked into Barnes & Noble and they had this book. You know, like you'll walk in and there will be like that section of just books that are there will be that section of books that are just like half price and crap like that, and it's before you even get into the store. Like they have that section just where they're like, please take these now, we don't need them anymore. And so this was there, and I was like, that was like a pretty cool book. I was like, it's a sign from the gods that this must incur. So I don't know if incur is a real word, but it's close enough. So I've just been like going through it, and you might have seen me talk about it on Instagram because I'm about that life. It's just a really cool like book for symbolism and stuff, because I'm all about that. Like I feel like everything needs to have some symbolism, which I'm not gonna have like everything be symbolized, but you know. Some other things I've been working with have just been like kind of like the same things. These are plants that kill people, so medicine, basically, apothecaries. We're gonna kill some people. It's gonna be fun. And this is the comic book that I've kind of been going, not going off of, but it's been one that I've been studying a bit more. I've been studying the flow of the story, the flow of the images, what causes action and what's more stagnant and makes you focus on the story. But I think at the end of the day, if you're gonna read a comic book, you're gonna be into it anyways, so the style doesn't, while it's important, the style doesn't always matter so much as the story you're creating, because you can have beautiful work, and if the story's boring, you're gonna be like, I really don't want to finish all of these pages, there's so many. Yeah, but so that's been a consideration of mine, which takes off the pressure a ton, because I'm so scared that like my drawings are gonna be so ugly that no one's gonna want to care. But I feel like if I can at least interest the reader within the first few pages, that maybe they'll give it a chance. Another thing that I like to do, going off of the symbolism thing, is kind of working with the culture of the world that I'm creating. And so to do that, you have to understand the culture of the world you currently live in, because there has to be like some level of similarity going on in there. And if there's not, I feel like it can be too overwhelming to the point where you're like, I don't really care anymore, because it's just, you have to learn a whole new world. And it's just not worth it at that point. So what I've been doing, I took a couple of anthropology classes because I'm like smart. And so I have some books. This one I bought on my own because I just like anthropology. And specifically like stuff that revolves around rituals and spirituality, just because like I'm into that stuff, and so I like learning about it in my free time, which is lame, but also it's cool, so who cares? So what I try to focus on is the culture, the way rituals impact culture, and the beliefs that go behind it that kind of give foundation to a culture. And so, oh, there's a cat. Hello, come in. So anyways, these are some books I like to use. They deal mostly with anthropology and the understanding of spirituality in cultures. Next thing I do once I get research, you know, and this comes after like all the random crap that I find online as well, you know, you just pull shit from online. I can't even cite anything for you, because it's just, there's so much everywhere. There's just inspiration everywhere, I don't know. Excuse me. Okay, I guess there's a cat on me now. But everything can be inspiring, so I just kind of go with it, and that gets taken in my notes. And this is not my only notebook. You are a nuisance, aren't you? You're just a menace. Here's a few. These are the things I take notes in, and none of the notes I take are very... Hello. None of the notes I take are very chronological, but you know, there's stuff in there. I've been trying to make it chronological. Like in here, I have a lot of character designs. So it's upside down. I got a lot of character designs in here, and it's mixed in with like random sketches and stuff. But it keeps the energy flowing. You know what I mean? And in here, I've been trying to work mostly just on some images that will be used in the final comic. So, looking at it now, I'm kind of sad because I don't know if it's going to be the same way. But that leads me to my next thing, is script writing. So, I realized early in the game that if I don't have a script that I like, if I draw everything first and then hate the script, then I'm gonna have a bunch of drawings. Okay, bye. I'm gonna have a bunch of drawings that don't match a revised script that I do. So I've been working on that primarily for this past week. And it's been going pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So right now I have 12 pages. And it's gonna be a 22, you know, your typical 22-page comic book. And so that's feeling pretty good, except it's a very rough draft. So I'm gonna have to speed that along so I can get that finalized. I'm gonna have people peer edit it, stuff like that, you know, your typical things. I've also realized the power of taking a break from work, because if you're just focused on one thing, you start to get stressed, and you're like, oh my god, it's not gonna be done. It's not gonna be good when it's done. Oh my god, just... So, I've been doing this other thing, which you've probably seen, where I've been creating characters for Naruto, because that's just the way I live. And making some for my brother and his friends, and me and Josh, and stuff like that. Just because it, like, breaks it up, you know? I get to work on just the design aspect of the character, whereas I don't have to focus on like the culture that they grew up in and what their parents are like and who they're friends with, and it's just like this is just how they look. And so that's an important thing that I need to do, because I get too caught up in everything and I'm like scared. It's a learning process of my abilities. That's basically what I've finished for this week. Not a whole lot to show you guys. Probably next week I will at least have a semi-final draft of the script. So I'll start storyboarding it and stuff, and I'll be able to show you guys that. I have a lovely board over here that I can put it all on, so Yeah.